Kevin Garnett basically said you guys broke LeBron in 2008. It was.
No, I think he was talking 2010.
2010 when he came over. What are your thoughts about that?
So there's a lot of truth to what Kevin was saying. You know, when you watch that series when he was with Cleveland, I just felt like LeBron maybe felt like he couldn't beat those guys and he couldn't get over the hump and whatever it was. But I'd hate to say, I would hate to, I'm not in the player's head, but from the outside, and I think a lot of people, and it's well documented, that it looked like he quit on his teammates and then he went down to Miami and got his friends. But what I don't necessarily agree with is Kevin said that the NBA wanted Miami to win, to go to the finals. And when you go back and look at that Game 6, remember, he just lost to the Mavs the year before. So I thought that was rock bottom for his career. Rock bottom was when the Celtics came in Game 5 and beat them, and LeBron kind of disappeared in that second half. But then from there, if you look at Game 6, he had 45, 13, and I think 6 assists or something like that. There's nothing. There was no help from the refs. The guy was on a mission, and I really feel like that was rock bottom, and he's been climbing and ascending ever since.
Speaking of which, how do you think, since the 2011 finals, I've been asking a lot of people this, how do you think LeBron has grown as a player? Because obviously that was the turning point for his career. Obviously.
Sure. So, you know, I just mentioned that that Game 6, you know, the Game 5, but maybe just stop caring about what other people thought. He's like maybe realizing that he is like the best player in the world and he needs to play like it. You know, I don't know. I know he's continued to grow through that, and I don't know what's made him grow through that, but he's been on a nonstop pace ever since. And just his empowerment of people around him, you know, taking responsibility for losses, you know, whether it's real or not, it looks real to me. You know, the whole what he does in Instagram and share the wealth with his guys. So no, I've been really impressed since the 2011 season, and even I was impressed with what he did in 2012 as well.
You guys actually traded one all-star point guard for another one in Kemba and Kyrie.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about what Kemba's brought to the team, and I guess what did Kyrie help this team do over the last couple of years?
Ooh, you know what? A lot of people ask the Kyrie question, but no one's asked it from that perspective. You know, I think like last year was tough for everybody on this team, and I think a lot of the guys have grown from that. You know, like people, they always believe that you only grow, you have success and you grow. Well, a lot of people, when you fail, you grow too. And last year, everyone from the coaching staff to front office to the players, I feel like last year was a really tough year for everybody.
Right.
And because of that, maybe they put a little bit extra time in the gym in the off season. You know, maybe they stay for another 30 minutes to get shots, whatever it is, right? And I think, and all these guys have grown from that. And from Kemba's perspective, from a basketball side, man, that guy, he could score 28 points and not have the ball in his hands that much at all. He's a very, very efficient player. He's going to catch and shoot, catch and drive. And when he gets to the rim, if there's two there, he's going to find an open guy. And it's amazing when you see players that play like that, how empowering it is for the guys around them, because basketball is a contagious sport. If, you know, you want to go into your bag of tricks and go into your second, your third, your fourth move. Well, when the next guy gets the ball, he might do the same. But if everyone's being efficient and everyone's moving the ball around, it's really hard to guard. And we're here in Dallas right now. I think the Mavs do the best job of it. You think about how they spread the floor. They get the ball, they're either decking it, shooting it, or moving it. And that's the reason why they're number one in the NBA in offense.
What do you think about the season that Luka's having? Obviously, he's had MVP. He's in the MVP conversation.
Sure.
What are your thoughts about that, being that you're opposing media coming in?
Sure.
Watching him?
So it's funny because I don't think we've ever had a 20-year-old where we're talking about this. Luka will only be determined on the championships that he brings to the city. Which, think about that. Like, I don't know if we've ever talked about how great a 20-year-old can be. And so you want to talk about being an all-time great, you're winning banners, right? And if Luka, let's say Dallas in 2021, they make a move, they get Brad Beal, or they get a dynamic scorer, then all of a sudden you have Luka, a dynamic scorer, and Porzingis. Like, that team is expected to win, and Luka's career will be based off of, is it 1 ring, 2 rings, 3 rings, whatever it may be. But as far you can't have a conversation about stats or anything like that, because he's dominating that part of the game. That all comes down to his championships.
And then obviously Melo's been a big topic of conversation over the last year. Obviously, people wanting him to go to the Big Three.
Yeah.
Come back. What are your thoughts about that?
I asked him when I was at Hall of Fame and I interviewed him. He won the a community achievement award there for his work that he's done in Baltimore. And I asked him to join the Big Three, and he was leaning towards it. But I think there are a lot of guys. I think Joe Johnson, who's not in the league, I think he could do work too. I think Melo can do work. I think there's a lot of guys, especially with the way the game is right now, no touch out there. There's a lot of guys that can do work in the NBA. But I'm happy for Melo because I didn't know if he was able to do it. Sometimes you lean on the experts and say, well, if they're not giving you a job, you're probably not good enough. Those experts are wrong too, and he's proven, I don't know, I guess all 29 other teams wrong for not giving him a shot because he's been spectacular.
Obviously, you're familiar with the Seattle area. You went to Highline.
Yeah.
I'm a Seattle native too. But are you surprised that Jamal Crawford is still on the market, and where do you think he could help somebody?
Yeah, I am surprised. I am surprised that teams that are having trouble scoring, the league has shifted a lot,
Right.
and no one's admitting that. But like when you talk about, forget about the defense right now. If you just talk about scorers, like Jamal Crawford should be in the league, and there's a lot of teams that aren't playing any defense right now, and Jamal can fill it up. Now, can he help a team? Like a team that's on the margin, on the cusp? I don't know, but I know he's a top 400 player in the NBA.
And I got two more questions for you. Obviously, Kobe, Garnett, Tim Duncan are going to headline this next. Well, I think it might be the next Hall of Fame class. I'm not 100%. It might be the 2021 class.
I think it's 21.
But what are your thoughts about that? Obviously.
Oh yeah, no doubt. When would Dirk be eligible?
Him and Wade, if they don't come back, 2024.
Okay, yeah, no doubt. Those guys first ballot, no doubt. They've impacted the game. Like, you go and take a book, write a story of basketball, and leave those guys out. Good luck. You know what I mean? So guys who are like that, those guys are first ballot. Like you guys had Jason Kidd here. I played with Jason Kidd, and he's first ballot. Garnett's first ballot. I mean, Kobe, obviously. So yeah, no, those guys are no doubt.
And then what about Kevin Porter? You guys went to USC together. What are your thoughts about him?
So I didn't go. I didn't him. He's a USC guy.
Yeah.
So I think he has to become a better decision maker, not necessarily what he does with the ball, but how quick he makes decisions. You want to be good in this league, like I said, we're here in Dallas, and I got all the respect in the world for Carlisle, but watch how these guys, when they get the ball, it is shoot, deck it, move it. It's so great to watch. Luka's probably the only guy on the team that really kind of bounces it. But the rest of the guys are trying to get to the paint, spray it out, move the ball, move the defense. And that's what you really want to do. And if Kevin Porter, he's going to have to take that next step in making sure that he just moves it, shoots it, or drives it. You don't have to go into your James Harden bag of tricks every single time you get the ball.
And then last question. Jamal did say when he's finally done, he's interested in the big three.
Oh yeah.
What are your thoughts about that?
I'll take him in a minute, and you know it. I would. Jamal, I'll be texting him probably around February or March just to be like, listen, this is the place. You can have all the shots you want. You don't have to play any defense. We got your back. I'll go get big Kendrick Perkins to make sure he has your back at the defensive end. But no, Jamal will be like tailor-made for that league.
Thank you.
You got it.
What's up, NBA fans? Breon Page here with Fanatics View. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed and you want to see more content, subscribe down below.